Don't judge a book by its cover, but feel free to do it with these games. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 modern video game box arts. For this list, we ranked our favorite modern video game covers. In this case, modern constitutes games from around the year 2000 onwards. In other words, the 6th generation of consoles to today. As usual, one entry per franchise.
Shit, man, that ain't right.
Number 10, Resistance 3. In case you had any doubt that this post-apocalyptic FPS would be a dark experience, the menacing head of an enemy chimera on its cover certainly lets you know what you're in for. English artist Ollie Moses, well known for reimagining movie posters, created the foreboding cover that seems simple yet compelling in its design. What's great about the cover is that it becomes more complex upon further examination. We bet you didn't notice that the alien's face contains a cityscape. That's some cool detail. Number 9, Okami. This game was beloved by critics and fans alike for its distinctive cel-shaded art style, and the cover gave us a perfect taste of the beauty that lay inside. It features the game's protagonist, a Shinto sun goddess named Amaterasu embodying a wolf, galloping and howling in all her glory. We'd later create gorgeous art of our own with the game's celestial brush, but the cover was the perfect inspiration to get us started. That is, of course, unless you got stuck with the Wii version's box art, which was such a lazy Photoshop job that the IGN logo can still be seen on it. Ugh, oops. Number 8, The Last of Us.
I got this.
Next up is a title that's usually more acclaimed for its gripping story and unforgettable characters, but its box art is also an achievement well worth noting. The box does a pretty good job of telling you what to expect. The bleak, overgrown landscape, the relationship between the two characters, the violence inherent throughout. Almost all of the core themes are present. Of course, there's no fungus zombies on the cover, but you gotta save some of the good stuff for the actual gameplay, right? Number 7, Gravity Rush. This game received lots of attention for its innovative gravity manipulation gameplay, and the box art hinted at the awesome moves you could pull off inside the game itself. The game was also well noted for its idiosyncratic cel-shaded visuals, and the cover showed off how the designers used them to portray protagonist Kat and her floating hometown. Channeling an abstract design to challenge the perspective in which you look at the cover, it perfectly embodies the abstract gameplay that it's selling. Number 6, Sleeping Dogs. This open-world action game depicts the intricate world of organized crime in Hong Kong, and its cover is nearly as complex and detailed as its setting.
We can share the night market, huh?
Alternate movie poster virtuoso Tyler Stout designed it, and he did an excellent job of depicting the sordid activities of the Sun On Yee Triad gang, complete with a menacing dragon in the background. The cover didn't tell us much about the game, but its unique art style had cult status written all over it.
You feel this? It's just crazy.
Try capable.
Number 5, Red Dead Redemption.
Ain't no survivors here, Marshal!
The cover for Rockstar's GTA on horseback was particularly notable for the brilliant job it did of evoking memories of spaghetti western posters, though the film noir style LA Noir was also worth noting. While other covers like to cram in a lot of elements, this title goes for the simple route, with a harsh and unforgiving John Marston taking aim at the viewer.
Get off, you son of a bitch!
Hinting at the harsh and unforgiving story that awaits them inside.
It's gonna be a bloody job.
I don't think I know any other kind, sir.
Number 4, Borderlands 2.
Well done! Your ability to walk short distances without dying will be Handsome Jack's downfall.
Next up on our list is the box art that can appeal to both fans of the series and those who know nothing about the game.
I hear getting eaten alive by bullymongs isn't such a bad way to go.
The cover deliberately mimics the box art from the first game with a clever twist. Being that this is Borderlands 2, the psycho on the cover is now pantomiming with 2 guns instead of the original 1. Clever gimmick aside, it's also noteworthy that the core concepts of the game are embodied nicely: violence and humor. What a mix.
Spectacular! First Captain Flint's bandits attack, then Claptrap shows up.
Number 3, Left 4 Dead. Here we have another cover that uses numbers and hand gestures to great effect. This zombie co-op FPS's box art was so terrifyingly grotesque that censors in Japan and Germany deemed it unsuitable for gamers in their respective countries. The severed thumb that made it onto North American boxes was replaced by a thumb tucked behind the hand in the censored version. Censorship aside, the gory, mutilated hand no doubt represents the fair amount of undead you'll mow through in the game. With the 4 fingers not so subtly representing the 4 main characters, also represented in the game's title.
Repeat, proceed to Mercy Hospital for evacuation.
Number 2, Shadow of the Colossus. Colossus is a word that represents the epic scope of this game as much as it does the monsters you slay in it. On the cover, the hulking creature known as Valus stares menacingly at you, where he literally dwarfs Wander and his horse Aggro. The whole thing is a really simplistic design, but it also captures exactly what to expect in this game, both in terms of scope and artistic style. Before we get to our number 1, let's take a look at some honorable mentions. Number 1, Far Cry 3, Blood Dragon.
The hostage is under attack. Protect the cyber nerd.
Topping off our list is a cover that perfectly established the satirical tone of this 80s-inspired, neon-fueled open-world FPS. The self-consciously cheesy artwork cleverly pays homage to 80s action films while still establishing the game's unique style. For starters, there's a T-Rex-like creature in the corner that's shooting laser beams from its eyes, which is, I believe, the standard definition of awesome. Also, it has cyborgs and Michael Biehn. Do you need more?
She taught me that winners don't use drugs.
Do you agree with our list?
Well, you're welcome anyway.
Which video game box art do you want a full poster of?
Damn it! Not again!
For more artistic top 10s published daily, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
Let's go! Or not. We'll go at your pace.